Why do calm people secretly control everyone? Calm is not kindness. Calm is not weakness. Calm is control. Most people completely misunderstand calm individuals. They see calmness and think it means harmless. They hear silence and assume it means submission. They are wrong, very, very wrong. Calm people are dangerous precisely because they don't leak information. Human beings are by nature emotional creatures. We constantly reveal ourselves through our reactions. Anger reveals our insecurities. Defensiveness reveals our doubts. The urge to explain reveals our fears, but calm reveals nothing. And when you reveal nothing, you cannot be manipulated. You see, manipulators don't fear your strength. They fear your emotional independence. Their entire game depends on having access to your emotions, access to your reactions, access to your desperate need to explain yourself. The moment you decide to stay calm, their access is denied. This is exactly why calm people make others so deeply uncomfortable. Silence forces reflection, and reflection exposes insecurity. When you refuse to react, you force the other person to sit with themselves and their own actions. They start asking questions internally. Why isn't this working? Why aren't they getting upset? Why don't they seem to care? That internal questioning is the very beginning of a power reversal. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this principle centuries ago. He observed that authority doesn't collapse when it's challenged, but when it's emotionally exposed. A person who reacts can be steered, guided, and controlled. But a person who stays calm becomes unreadable, and unreadable people cannot be controlled. This is why you'll often hear calm people labeled as cold, arrogant, or emotionless. But understand what these labels really are. They are defenses. They are words used by people who feel threatened by emotional discipline, because emotional discipline creates distance, and distance creates a natural hierarchy. Think about it. People only try to manipulate those they feel they have some emotional access to, those they feel close to. Calm creates separation, and separation creates power. This is also why manipulators escalate when they are met with calmness. They'll raise their voice. They'll accuse you more harshly. They'll try to provoke you on a deeper level. This isn't a sign of their confidence. It's a sign that they are losing control. Every escalation is proof of their desperation. A calm person doesn't escalate. A calm person waits. And for someone who needs a reaction to feel powerful, waiting is a form of torture. As they wait, the manipulator begins to expose themselves completely. Their anger, their insecurity, their obsession with control, it all comes to the surface. Meanwhile, the calm person simply gathers information. Who pushed first? Who lost their composure? Who is desperate for validation? In this way, silence turns the observer into the dominant party. This is what we call asymmetric power. You learn everything about them while giving away nothing about yourself. Machiavelli warned that the one who controls their emotions controls the outcome. Calmness is not passive. It is contained dominance. It sends a clear, unspoken message. I am not affected by you. I am not threatened by you. You do not control me. That message is profoundly destabilizing for people who rely on emotional leverage to get what they want. Because of this, calm people often become targets. Manipulators can sense the resistance where emotion is absent. So they test your boundaries. They provoke you. They accuse you. But true calm absorbs all that pressure without bending. And in any conflict, pressure always breaks the weaker structure. Calm people don't fight battles on the enemy's terms. They change the terrain of the battlefield itself. Words are a battlefield designed for chaos and emotional warfare. Silence, on the other hand, is a battlefield designed for authority. When you argue, you are playing on equal ground, legitimizing their position. But when you remain calm, you elevate yourself above the conflict. And observers notice this. True power is never about the loudest attacker. It's about the audience's perception. People trust presence, not explanation. They follow composure, not noise. This is why leaders who speak less are often obeyed more. They don't need to negotiate their authority. They embody it. Calm is a signal. It signals confidence, certainty, and stability. The human brain is biologically wired to submit to stability. Chaos naturally seeks structure. Emotion naturally seeks certainty. The calm individual provides both. This is why calm people can often end conflicts without saying a single word. The other person simply runs out of fuel. Emotion needs resistance to survive. Without resistance, it collapses inward on itself. Silence weaponizes time. Every second you remain calm, the pressure builds on the other side. They are left with only two choices: escalate or retreat. Escalation exposes their cruelty and lack of control. Retreat exposes their failure. Either way, control shifts decisively to you. But this calmness must be pure. There can be no smirks, no sarcasm, no visible irritation, because calm mixed with any other emotion just becomes a new form of weakness. Pure, unadulterated calm is unreadable, and what is unreadable is instinctively feared. That fear creates a form of respect that you can never achieve through confrontation. This is why emotionally disciplined people often dominate rooms without even speaking. They don't compete. They don't need to prove anything. They don't explain themselves. They simply exist with an unshakable certainty, and certainty is contagious. Machiavelli never advised loud, boisterous dominance. He advised controlled presence, because presence lasts far longer than force. Force always invites resistance. Calm, however, invites submission. The strongest people in any room are never the loudest. They are the ones who don't need to be. So the next time you feel provoked, challenged, or tested, remember this. Do not rush to respond. Do not rush to defend your position. Do not rush to explain your reasoning. Instead, stay calm. Observe. Let others reveal themselves. Because the person who controls their emotions controls the entire outcome, and in the end the calmest person in the room always wins.